Hi guys, are you keeping up with the Holy Spirit? Good morning, Holy Spirit. You can be a minister of and for the Holy Spirit, but the impartation and infilling of the power of God is done by the Holy Spirit Himself. In John 14:26, Jesus said that the Comforter, whom the Father will send by my name, will teach you all truth, meaning the Holy Spirit is all knowing. He's also a teacher. You know, when I first had my impartation of the Holy Spirit, I was not eating the way I should. I was so worried about it. And I had a voice saying temperance, temperance. I was like, temperance. Temperance is one of the fruits of the Holy Spirit, that I know. But what has it got to do with my appetite? So that morning I was late to work, but I had to make out time to take my dictionary and look to search the meaning of temperance. You know, most times we'll read the Bible with this ignominy and carelessness without trying to find out words that will come across. So when I opened my dictionary, I saw cutting down on the quantity of food. That's eating to moderation. I was like, whoa, is that it? The Holy Spirit helps our infirmities. He helps our weaknesses. The Holy Spirit is an instructor. And let me tell you, when you have an impartation of the Holy Spirit, it's not necessary that you must speak in tongues at that point. There could be other things, like when I had my own impartation, I started preaching, and when I close my eyes, I'll start seeing things. Around the period I had my impartation, my husband had a fatal accident. And before he left the house that morning, I told him not to go out. And I finally said, if you're a little child that I can pin down not to go out this night, I'll pin you down not to go out. But you know, men and their way, they always have their way. He went and ran under a trailer load of container around Rutam House. It was a popular accident. But do you know what? He came out with minor bruises, just spared his life. Men, learn to listen to your wife. Wives are close to the Holy Spirit. I didn't say men are not. Don't get me wrong. But your wife is not just a helpmate. Your wife is also, it's not just a helpmate for how she was cooking, being in the kitchen. She's also a helpmate for taking decisions with you. She's a helpmate for you to listen to her advice. So, men, always listen to your wives. So, you can have other things like seeing vision, other gift of the Holy Spirit. It must not be speaking in tongues immediately. The tongues can come later, it can come much later. The tongues is also important. It can come, that's speaking in the spirit, but it can come later. Don't be worried when you have an impartation and you don't speak in tongues. But there must be a sign. There must be a sign. And only the Holy Spirit gives utterances, knows the kind of sign He wants to give you. Now, can I hear you say, good morning, Holy Spirit? Good morning, Holy Spirit.